When I first saw Robo at ISTE, and after talking to Braden, it was very evident that that company was about the product and about getting it in education, whereas when I went around to some of the other ones, there wasn't the curriculum backup, there wasn't the support backup, there wasn't that passion and that drive for getting it in education. And that's where Robo won me over 10,000-fold.
It is something that excites my kids every day. They always ask me every morning, are we printing something today? And I'm excited when I can say, yes, yes, we are. The payback that you get in student engagement and active learning is worth every second that it takes to prepare.
The students get to put their hands onto actual materials. I never would have had students using a caliper in the past. Now they are, so they can measure the beak width and the depth. They understand those the terms. They actually, because they get excited about having something that's cutting edge 3D technology, they're willing to do the graphing. So usually you get a lot of complaints in kids having to do graphs. And I find my students jump right in and do the graphs because they are interested in being able to actually use the materials.
With these, I can explain the basic ideas, the topics ahead of time, and then do the activity, and then the questions really draw out that understanding. So I don't need so much of that textbook, and I feel like they get a lot deeper understanding. They really understand a lot better what's going on mathematically.
Science is really coming to life for them. And then they get in here and they're having fun with it, and all of a sudden you hear them talking about, sometimes they're being silly, but all of a sudden they're looking at it and going, oh wow, look at the teeth on this one. And then they're not going to get that looking at a book.
When they're using resources like this that are very kinesthetic and they can move and flow in different directions, then they are much more adept at figuring out where they've gone wrong or where they need to make changes.
It brought out a lot of conversations. It was like, oh, a lot of aha moments. Their thought process is much deeper. Their retention is better. Really designed to draw out the understanding that relates to the standards.
And I just came out feeling so wow. I mean, I just didn't have another way to describe my students' reactions to the manipulatives, the way that I felt about my teaching, because it was so fun and engaging and exciting for my students.
And they take more ownership in their learning. It's that kind of thinking that these kids are now doing, whereas before, it just would have never entered their mind. So they're looking at the world in a totally different perspective, and that is sparked by 3D printing.